guys, and welcome back to Rareroo Crafts. I'm Sarah, and today we are here for Smash That Small Paper Pad. So this is a collaboration where there's loads of really talented crafters. We've been coming together all year, once a month, to try and use up some of our smaller paper pads, so anything that isn't a 12 by 12. This is the paper pad that I chose to work on this month. As you can see, I haven't entirely finished it. However, I haven't finished my Christmas card yet, so I'm hoping that I will finish off I will finish off the majority of these scraps in my Christmas card. Some of them, I'm going to be honest, I may not use. I might actually put some of them in recycling, and I'll tell you for why. This paper pad I picked up. It was half price in the range last Christmas, I think, maybe even the Christmas before, and I picked it up because there were some beautiful red and green papers in it, and I love red and green, absolutely adore red and green for Christmas. However, when I looked at it more closely when I got it home, there's also quite a lot of purple in it, and I don't love purple. Purple is it's not my favourite colour anyway. I'm much more friendly with purple these days, but it's still not my favourite colour, and I definitely wouldn't really use it for Christmas particularly. So I've never really used it. It doesn't go with any of the embellishments and things that I've bought for Christmas card making and ornament making and things over the years. So it's just sort of sat there in my stash and looking at me, sort of saying, why did you buy me? And I bought it, like I say, fundamentally because there were a lot of papers in it that I love and that I have used some of already. But I thought I would try and use up the purple papers. So, what did I make this month? I made some envelope journals. So this was the first one that I made. And I'm not going to lie, I did use some 12 by 12s in this one as well. Because once I'd made the actual album-y part up, I realised that the envelopes were slightly too big for 8 by 8. You know, I would have had to have put too many mats and layers on to make the 8 by 8s work on an envelope journal this size. So I have used some of the 8 by 8s in this, but I haven't used tons. I've popped on the edge of it the dangle charm that I made recently in one of my tutorial videos with the letter stamping, the little tag that says Merry and Bright, which I really love. I'm just trying to get this in the camera so that I can see it. My camera setup isn't the best, but and it's got the little reindeer and the holly leaf and scraps of Christmassy fabric, which I really like. And that's all hung on this. It's like a little drawer pull for jewellery box type furniture. I just got it off AliExpress, and I've actually just glued that down with a heavy body gel medium. If I'd have thought about it before I put the cover and the spine on this journal, it's like a paper, what do you call it, a brad. So it's got legs on it that you can splay out, but I didn't think about it until after I'd finished the journal. So I've glued it on with some gel medium. That is not going anywhere. And this charm is really quite lightweight, so it fits really lovely. So I've got the beautiful patterned papers from the 12 by 12 pad. So this is one from the works. Just seeing if I can see it. So this was from this year's collections that the works brought out. Really pretty. Again, it's all the reds and greens, whites that I like for Christmas. Really beautiful. It has got a little bit of like almost like an aquary greeny colour in it, which is quite pretty. This was just a texture paper that I think it came from Hobbycraft years ago. It was just in my stash, so I just used that to make the spine. And this beautiful ribbon strip, self-adhesive ribbon strip that I recently hauled from the range. It was a pack of, I think there's 5 or 6 of them in the pack for £1, and there was a beautiful red one which I just thought really finished off the edge of that journal. And then you can see on the front here I've got some of the metal pieces. So these corner pieces were just in my stash, but these are the pieces that I recently picked up from BB Craft, and I've layered one on top of the other with a bit of cardboard in between to give this centrepiece a bit of height. And that's one of the ones that I had coloured with Nuvo drops, and then I've just gone over, it did have pale blue because I haven't got any dark green Nuvo drops, but I just coloured the Nuvo drops with a green alcohol marker, and then I've put a little bit of green stickles on as well. Now, I love the album. It doesn't open very well, so this is the first envelope journal I've ever made. I might try and take it apart and see if I can make it move a little bit smoother, because it doesn't move all that smoothly. It's got some Velcro dots to keep it closed, and when you open it up, this is the first sort of 2 pages that you see. So obviously you could either put some photos in there, you could put some journaling pages on there, you could do anything, because you've got some really nice big blank canvases. I've put in some bits of trim. Now this was primarily to cover up, because I had to split the spine a little bit, because nothing was moving very well within it, and then where I've sort of put it back together again, I've just covered it with some trims. Opening it up further, so it's almost like a folio type effect. We've got this really pretty angels paper, and that did come from the 8x8. And then we've got these beautiful Christmas trees, and again that came from the 8x8. Another piece of the trim. I just like the bits of trim all sort of hanging out the bottom of the album, so I have put some layers of trim throughout. Then we've got this gorgeous paper here, which has got all the Christmas Carol words on the front. Now this is where you can see it doesn't open as smoothly as it should, but you know, lessons learnt. It was the first time I'd ever done one. And this is from the 8x8 pack, this lovely paper with the bells on, and you've got 2 little pockets on either side there, and then this was just a scrap piece of paper that I'd got in my stash, just to line the inside of the pocket. And then if we open that one out, we've got this here with the music notes. Again, that came from the 8x8. So these are smaller envelopes, and these fit the 8x8 perfectly. And again, we've got a lovely pocket. This is all paper from the 8x8. But then we're back onto the larger envelopes, so again I've had to go back to the 12x12s for this one. I've left it all quite plain at the moment, because I'm not loving the way it moves, so I don't know if I'd use it that much at the moment because of the way it moves. So I'm going to think about whether I can take it apart and just make the spine move a little bit more freely. You've then got 2 really big pockets here. This is a scrap from the 8x8 that I've lined the inside of the pockets with, but the pockets themselves are from the 12x12. And then we've got the 2 central pages with this gorgeous paper. Most of this is from the 12x12. All the lining, the bits in here I've done with bits of paper from the 8x8. And then we've got just 2 plain pages. Again, we've got a couple of pocket pages here with a bit of trim going down the centre. Again, they don't open all that smoothly. And then we've got the final pages. So we've got a plain page there, and then we've got a little envelope pocket bit here, which is made from the 8x8s. Again, we've then got another of the larger pockets, like so. And then we've got a bit of trim down the bottom here. Sorry about that, just had to answer the door. So yeah, as you can see, I've got some of the patterned papers. These are all from the 12x12 pad. Some more of those lovely trims. Again, that's to cover where I have split the spine of this journal. And then you've got the sort of box fold on the end, which creates the folio. And I absolutely love the patterns, and it's beautiful. It just doesn't quite flow and sort of open as smoothly as I would like it to open. So I may see if I can just take the spine apart on this one, and see if I can maybe add some gussets or something in to make that flow a little bit better. But I do love it. So then that inspired me to create a smaller one, using just the 8x8 pad, and this is the little dinky one that I made, and I love this so much. So again, it's made with envelopes. It is an envelope journal, and I have used some of the pattern papers, and I've used up all the papers I don't like, so all the ones with the purple in. And actually in this book I love it. I wouldn't use them in cards, but I love it in this gorgeous little envelope journal. So you can see that I've used that lovely patterned paper there, and it's an embossed paper, so it's got lovely texture to it. I've put this faux leather spine on it, so that's actually a wallpaper sample. I've got some in brown and some in black that I took samples of, and I used them just for doing the spines on some of my journals. I've used some of that lovely vintagey looking lace trim on either side, and then again I've used some of the metal pieces. So again, the corners are out of my stash, but this lovely big sort of medallion piece is from the BB Crafts metals, and on the back I made a little strap with some of that wallpaper sample, and I've put one of the little small metals from the BB Crafts pack on the back there. And then, because this is metal, obviously, on the inside of this leather paper, because I've just folded it in half, I've actually put a magnet. So that magnetises to the medallion and keeps the journal closed. And then on the top of that, I've just put a wooden snowflake with this gorgeous little acrylic snowflake over the top. Then if we open it up, it's got a fold out on the first page, which has got pockets either side, and then obviously this is just a plain piece, and I will make some tags and things to go in the pockets. I will probably use this as a little bit of a December daily, or a little just a little folio to store some of my December memories for this year. And then trying to remember how it all folds in. We open up this one and we've got a plain page again with that lovely same embossed paper that I've got on the front. And then we've got a pocket here. So what I've done for the pockets is I've lined them all with just some green paper, just so that you don't see the inside of the envelope. And for the cutouts, I've actually cut it out with a circle punch, and then I've used the cutout pieces to flip them over and layer them in that way, just to give a little bit of interest to the pockets. And then we come to the centre pages. I didn't have enough of this paper left to actually cover the whole pages, so I used a strip of a coordinating paper down the sides and in the middle, so on that one as well. And then I made a little elasticated band that runs through the centre of the spine, and I made like a little traveller's notebook type paper journal. So I just printed, I'd got some tea stained paper. Some of it I've stamped, so these I've actually stamped, but then I've got some printed elements as well, so like old Christmassy advertisement-y type thing. And then I've got these gorgeous ladies. This is the latest Graphics Fairy digital kit that has come out. I do subscribe to the Graphics Fairy, and this is all these lovely Christmassy, vintagey Christmas images were in that one. This is from an older one, but again from the Graphics Fairy. And again, I've done some stamping, so all the way through this little paper booklet we've got stamping, and we've got printed elements all the way through, right to the end of that little booklet, which gives you lots of lovely place to journal in that one, which I love. Bit of old music paper printed. I love the little crinoline ladies. I thought they were gorgeous. Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, and a poinsettia on the back there. And then we're back into the actual journal, and again we've got a page. So obviously all the pocket pages are the actual envelopes. That's the front of the envelopes. And then we've got another fold out on the final page, which mirrors what's on the first page. Now this one opens and closes much more smoothly. The first one I actually followed a tutorial, and it just didn't quite work out for me, and I'm sure that's just because it's the first one I made. This one I did it my own way. I just made it up as I went along, and this one actually works a lot better, and actually flows and opens and closes really smoothly, and you know, yeah, just works a lot better as a little journal, that one. So I really love it. I love both of them, don't get me wrong. I think they're both beautiful journals. I just need to work on this one a little bit to make the pages open and close a little bit more easily. So like I say, I have still got quite a bit of this paper left, so I'm going to use that up in Christmas cards. So I will show you those next month. I did decorate some of the card bases that I made last month, because last month, if you remember, I just made up a load of card bases. So I did a live, and I did actually decorate some of those card bases. So I've just used all sorts out of my stash. I've used a lot of the elements from the paper pack that I actually used, the A4 paper pack. I've used a lot of the die cuts and things, but I've also used handmade flowers and like leaves and things that I've got in my stash, some gems, some sentiments. I'm just going to very quickly flip through these, because if you watch my live you will already have seen these. So this one I really liked. I made some little snowballs. I got some little pom-poms and made like a little pile of snowballs, and I made some snow paste and just put that around on that one. This one's like a wood chip with the Merry Christmas, which I thought was really cute. Got a really lovely one there again with a lovely flower cluster and that lovely sort of chalkboard sentiment. And then this one, this was actually from a different die cut set, and I actually did make this little element up with the 3D frame. I put some card underneath it so that it does look like the little stag is framed, and I really love it. So I've still got some of the bases left. I hadn't quite finished decorating them, so I will use some of what's left of these papers and what was left in this pack, which was, there wasn't really much of the paper left, but there was quite a lot of the imagery left, so I will finish those cards up, and I will show you those next month. And next month will be the last month, because I can't believe we've done a whole year of Smash That Small Paper Pad. So one more month to go. Don't forget that this is a collaboration. There are loads of other really talented crafters out there that have been working on this Smash That Small Paper Pad collaboration. They will all be linked in the description box below this video. Please, please, please do go and check them out. That's it from me for now. I'll see you all again very soon in another crafty video. Bye for now.